What is happening YouTube? Today we are in London town. Just got on a 7-hour bus from Plymouth to London overnight, which was fun. I always hate sleeping on buses. But today I'm in London for a coaching event with my coach. Going to be going through all things training, how to program better for our clients, and just having an experience day, which is going to be really cool. Definitely want to do more of these in this year, especially for like networking and just bettering my craft as a coach so I can get better results for my clients. So I'm going to take you through that, and I'm going to take you through anything else that I get up to in London.
Change for.
Well, that was an awkward experience in Costa. I was sat there having my coffee, and the lady was obviously out for a morning run, and she was running at the window for a good about 20 minutes, staring at me as I was drinking my coffee. I felt so awkward, and every time I looked over, she just kept staring even more. Then she ran off. Don't know if that was the London thing or not. It was just very, very strange. But yeah, I had to stoop as low as getting a Costa this morning, as nothing else was open, and I needed a toilet, so I had to rush there and get that. But normally I'd go for a Starbucks, Coffee One, or an independent. But weirdly, Costa do have the strongest amount of coffee, so it's probably why I needed a toilet, to be fair. So on my way to the gym, which I'm actually lost, I cannot find it. And then, yeah, really excited to go for this training day and learn a little bit more about advanced training techniques and how to be able to help clients even more with everything to do with their training, because that's what we prescribe as online coaches, training for our clients to improve their training experience and their results at the end of the day. So yeah, catch me when I find the gym. Absolute cream crackers. Just got back from London. What an insightful day that was. The first half of the day wasn't filmed, so obviously we went through a lot of the assessment stuff, working out people's squat depths and going into thoroughly why one particular individual might not be good at squatting and why someone else would be good at squatting, and going into intricate details of like assessing that and then applying it to our own selves, which is the bit of the video you did see, was obviously me and Oscar taking ourselves for a quad day and making sure we're assessing each other as we're going through each rep, every set, to make sure that we're improving our training experience, and obviously making sure we're applying the knowledge we learn, because that's the biggest thing when you're getting into building your physique or changing your life or improving your fitness. Is knowledge is only power if it's applied. So you can read all the textbooks, you can watch all the vlogs on YouTube, but if you're not applying any of that knowledge, it's just wind through your ears basically. But yeah, so definitely going to be doing a lot more of those. It's a great way to network with other coaches who are in the industry who are wanting to achieve the same thing, whether they're with the same niche as me or whether different people. It's just good to bounce ideas off other people and, you know, create a community aspect from that. So definitely we'll be doing more of those, providing they're fairly close, because London's quite far for me. But if I was going to go the other way to like Birmingham way, that's even further. So it kind of has to be cost effective a little bit, because I don't drive. I'm a bus wanker, as you like to say. But yeah, so tuck into my cream of rice because it's fairly late, and then got some exciting things to show you tomorrow. How much are these?
A fiver, mate.
Five. Cool.
So now I've got to tell it. Thank you.
How much do you want for the ethnic shirts, bud?
Sorry.
Are the Yetney shirts all the same price or?
You can have them a quid each.
Okay, cool. What size are they?
They should all be mediums.
Mediums.
Yeah, they
Ah,
are
sweet,
mediums.
perfect. All right, cool.
Well, I'll tell you what, that one's 50p because it's a little bit more one. Actually, I'll tell you what, you can have them all for a quid 50.
Okay, cool. I actually quite like that one, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll just get that one for now.
Yeah, not a
that's all right.
problem.
Thank you. Yeah, because I've got some of my mum's stuff now. Yeah, there's some there.
That's the first car boot of the season wrapped up. Super, super excited to start going back to car boots again. It wasn't that good, so I'll put as an overlay what I actually bought. So I bought an Etnies t-shirt, which is a bit faded, a bit kind of cracked logo, so I'll probably actually wear that for myself. I've got an Adidas sweatshirt, which it would cost me £2, so I'll probably sell that for about £5. And then also bought an Audi car company cap, which I'm undecided where I'm going to either keep for myself for like festivals and things like that when we start going to those again, or I'm gonna sell it on Vinted. Not too sure. Had to have a look how much it's going to cost, or had to have a look how much it's going to sell for. So currently got my first meal of the day, as always, bagels, egg and cheese, like I had the other day, and obviously washed down with a lovely kind of Monster here. Plans to I'm going to eat this now and then chill for a bit, do a bit of work, a bit of programming for clients and stuff, editing this vlog as well, and then hitting the gym for my final session of the week, which is my full session 2. My hamstrings absolutely left the party on that hip extension in that session today. I think I'm already fatigued after yesterday's quad day when I was in London, so I'm still recovering from that. But that is the heaviest I've ever done on that exercise. I would never have thought about doing 35 kilos on the hip extension. I would have normally stopped at around 20. I would have felt my back quite a lot, but with a few little tweaks, analysis of exercise videos and things like that with my coach, it's enabled me to hit 35 kilos for 3 sets, which I've never thought I'd do. So that's a massive win. Reclaimed though that lost rep I had on the previous, if you watch the previous vlog where I had a skate session before my leg day, or my hamstring day, I regained that lost rep that I had missed on the previous session because my hamstrings are much fresher. Didn't really use them yesterday other than using my legs for quads. So yeah, it was a good session. Feeling my back in every exercise still. Definitely see some growth in my back, especially in progress photo shots and when I'm, doing flexing in the mirror as a proper gym rat would. So it's been good session. So what you also probably seen is me doing a little bit of program work at the moment, kind of to finish off the end of the day before I have dinner. So currently writing out James's gym plan. So he's moving up to 4 days a week with me now, which is incredible. So we're going to move into sort of an upper lower split. So he wants to prioritize his pull-ups, his dips and his deadlifts. So there are 3 exercises that have to be in the plan. So working on muscle groups around those exercises is also going to be good. So in his upper body day, we're going to be doing, for example, I'll just show you. So we're going to be starting off with a dumbbell raise, moving into a chest press movement, a spinal extension row. Now, the reason why we've got this exercise in is because when he's doing his deadlifts, his back tends to go into a bit of flexion when he's holding the bar when he gets a bit fatigued. So if we train the opposing movement, extension through that spine, we're training those spinal extensors. So they have a little bit more strength to be able to hold his back in a little bit of a straight position. But equally, a little bit of a flex spine in a deadlift isn't necessarily bad either. I'm also a culprit of that. Like as soon as I'm doing it a hip hinge, really, really heavy. I get to sort of like the 6th rep out of 8. My back will start to arch. As long as my lower back doesn't round, or someone's lower back doesn't round, that's the main thing when it comes to deadlifting. Moving into dips, which is another exercise he wants to work on. So we're also getting a bit of chest in there as well. So we're going to be leaning forwards to get a bit more chest, lower chest activation, single arm preacher, and then moving into a tricep exercise. Now for his lower body, we're going to try and fit in a little bit more hamstrings because our gym isn't really equipped for hamstring stuff. We've got a standing leg curl, a hip extension, a lying leg curl, and deadlifts. So kind of 4 exercises you would need, but often when we do leg days or lower body days, they're always quad dominant. So we're going to try and prioritize the hamstrings as he wants to bring up his deadlifts anyway. That's going to also help. So starting off with a calf raise, a leg curl, a squat, a leg press, a 45-degree hip extension on his first lower body day, and then we can probably finish off with a bit of abs to get that, make sure we're ticking that box off as well. And in his second upper body day, we've got 2 lat movements. We've got the wide arm lat pull down for a little more upper back, but also lats there too, and then a standing isometric, standing iso row on the leverage chest supported row. So we're doing it standing, pulling that arm into that waist, and he's going to get a lot more lats on that one as well. And the reason also why it's the kind of the back end of that session is because it's more taxing in that lengthen range. So we've already fatigued the short range on the lat pull down, which is always beneficial to hit in the start of the session when you're freshest, and then moving into kind of those later stage exercises, more lengthen range work is also good. Equally, it doesn't necessarily matter too much. You could put lengthen range stuff at the start. It's up to you what you want to get out of your sessions and stuff like that. For James, this is how we're rolling with things. Got 2 chest exercises, and then we're also going to have a rear delt exercise in there, and then 2 other exercises, arms. And then his other lower body day, we're going to get a bit of glutes, which he hasn't trained before. So some newer stuff in there as well, because that's also really important when it comes to reprogramming in a client's training block, is introducing some form of new exercises to keep a little bit of variety there. So he hasn't trained any obliques before, so we're going to add that in. Adductors is also something we haven't done, so we could put that in there too, and glutes especially as well. So he hasn't done a hip thrust in a proper session, so we could do that. There's tons of variety there. Equally, we still need to make sure we are working towards that client's goal at hand, which for James is to bring up those 3 exercises, as well as just generally building muscle while he's kind of dropping body fat at the moment. Bloody banging burgers they were. If you've not had bolognese sauce on a burger before, make sure you definitely try it because it tastes like pizza in a burger, which I don't know anyone that wouldn't want that. So if you enjoyed today's vlog, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay tuned for more carb booting content like this.